European border controls have been so strict that the EU has often been described as Fortress Europe. And now those rules are about to get even tougher. The EU's new Pact on Migration and Asylum comes into force on June 12th and tightens border and asylum rules even more, in part by extending detentions and making deportations faster and easier. It's seen as the most sweeping overhaul of European asylum law in decades. The Pact will decide how a person is treated based on where they're from, who gets detained, including children, and who will be fast-tracked for deportation. If an applicant is from a country with an EU asylum approval rate of less than 20%, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, or Egypt, that person may be processed right there at the border. And if the migrant is rejected, they're deported straight from the border zone. The EU Commissioner for Internal Affairs and Migration, Magnus Brunner, explained that with the new rules, we have more control over who can come to the EU, who can stay, and who needs to leave. Anyone who's rejected but can't go back to their home country may end up in a third country, a country they're not from. The EU is negotiating the construction of so-called return hubs. These hubs are detention centers outside of the EU, built in other countries like Rwanda, Senegal, Tunisia, and Ghana. Human rights organizations have warned that the EU is not just exporting people, it's outsourcing its legal obligations under EU law. In 2015, more than 1 million people entered the EU. These words by Angela Merkel, the German chancellor at the time, defined that moment.
Wir schaffen das. Wir schaffen das.
But a decade later, right-wing anti-migrant parties have increased their seats in the European Parliament. And at D-Day commemorations this year, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth had this message for European leaders.
Different European beaches are stormed by different dangerous ideologies. When will European capitals do something about that invasion?
Back in 2015, this photo of Elan Kurdi, a 3-year-old Syrian refugee, went viral. He died trying to reach Europe. Today, people are still dying while trying to make it to the EU. Just this week, 10 people drowned off the coast of Malta. Since 2014, over 30,000 people have died trying to cross the Mediterranean to enter Europe. And on June 12th, it will only get harder.